who are here first time, please take note of the following. Now, Singapore is very particular about its cleanliness, so you are advised not to litter or to spit in a public area because you could attract fines of minimum $300 if you are caught doing so. Now, also, those who are smoker, please do take note. Singapore, we have very strict rule pertaining to where you can smoke in the public area. Don't light up anywhere, and you can only light up at designated smoking points, right? Otherwise, likewise, you get fined. Please also note, vapes and electronic cigarettes are banned item in Singapore. Do not use them because having possession of a vape is cost you $700, and using it is $2,000. Right? So please take note of that. Now, a quick orientation. We have just came out from the airport, and you'll notice that Terminal 2 is on your left, Terminal 3 on your right, and Terminal 1 directly behind you, right, which is behind Jewel. Some of you asked me whether if you have time, can you visit Jewel? Yes, you can do so. The bus, the coach will drop you at respectively Terminal 1, 2, and then 3. So those who are going to the Jewel, you can drop off at Terminal 1 and then walk across, which is the closest, right? And then Terminal 4 is located alongside Terminal 2, but further up there. So the Terminal 1, 2 and 3 are all located very close proximity, and you terminal to another using the SkyTrain. And for those who are using terminal intervals of 15 minutes, right? Now, the 4 current terminals are able to serve up to 80 million arrivals, right, each year. That's the capacity. Right now, we are building Terminal 5 under construction. Once Terminal 5 is ready, it will be as large as Terminal 1, 2, 3, 4 combined together, making it one of the largest, taking a capacity of up to 50 million arrivals each year. Right? Topping up is that these are all built on reclaimed land. Right? Singapore is too small, so we have no choice but to build land out from the sea by cutting all the hills that we have, taking the sand from the hills and dumping it onto the coastline, extending it outwards. The whole entire Changi project is built on this reclaimed land since 1981. Alright, so you find that everywhere you look around you, also you'll notice that not only in the airport but almost every part of Singapore, there are lots of trees, lots of plants, lots of flowers, and we pride ourselves calling ourselves the city in the garden, right? Because everywhere you go, you see lots and lots of garden. Now, we believe by doing so, we can help cut down the global warming caused by the urban heat transmission, and of course, having more trees, it helps us to improve the air quality and provide us shades, right, and greenery for our better visions, right? Helps us to relax our eyes. So today, you find younger people are so glued onto the phone in many countries, right? People without realizing that so much vision impairment to their eyesight. So you probably have heard also that Singapore itself is a very small city. So how small is Singapore compared to many cities around the world? We are a country, but yet also sometimes regarded as a city because of our size. So if you look at the map of Singapore here, from east to west, Singapore is approximately 15 kilometers. And north to south, we are about 25 kilometers. It's our neighbors, Malaysia. And to the south are the islands of Indonesia, closest to us being Batam and Bintan. These two islands have many Singaporeans who go up to the north or to the south to do their recreational with their families, shopping, eating and stuff like that. Because we stand to gain in terms of our strong currency by going to either of these countries. The exchange rates favor us. Alright? So you'll notice that Singapore is also located 1 degree north of the equator, which means our weather here are different, alright, from many of the places you come from. Some of you have your 4 seasons like the winter, summer, autumn and spring, right? But here in Singapore, we have a different kind of 4 seasons. And our 4 seasons here are constantly hot, hotter, hottest and wet. So on an average day like this, in the mid-afternoon you experience temperature ranging from 32 to 34 degrees. In the evening, where the weather is cooler, you can get temperatures 29 to 31 degrees. And in certain months of the year, where it's extremely hot, it will be in the month of August, you can get temperatures as high as 36 to 37. And half the time you feel wet because of the high humidity here. It's about 90%. So you tend to perspire a lot more than where you come from. Alright? So if you now look to the left, you'll find that this whole entire area, that project of the East Coast Parkway, that's hugging the whole corridor of the coastline of eastern part of Singapore, is a reclaimed land. It stretches 15 kilometers and you can see lots of sea apparels can be up for rental and lots of space for people to cycle, cycling tracks, jogging tracks, lots of barbecue pits lying up along the coast for people to rent and to have their social gathering, and there are campsites there also that you can rent the tent, alright, and spend near to the coastal water. And you'll find here, you can see people are camping now, picnic grounds, especially on a Sunday. Alright, you'll find that many of them will bring their friends out here to enjoy, drink. There are lots of restaurants here, lots of pubs here, and of course recreational activity like climbing the wall, climbing the ropes, and of course fishing and snorkeling, as well as a lot of, you can see boards here, sea boards for surfing are also very common here. Now just outside the water, this whole entire waterway along the coast, you can see lots of big ships are anchored very close to us because of the deep water we have here, right? Industry, because they like deep water, because big ships can then come in. We are now ranked number 1 in the world when it comes to providing vessels with the fuel or with the gas. That is called bunkering operations. We are currently the world number 1, alright? And we are also ranked number 2 for doing also 20-foot container transshipment. Alright, besides Shanghai, which now tops the world chart, Singapore is number 2, the runner. Alright, and last year alone, in terms of statistics, Shanghai in Ningbo Bay or Ningbo Port itself was doing something like 51 over million 20-foot containers. Singapore was doing close to 42 million containers, right? And that is because we already stretch out all our terminals. We have 5 terminals for containers. We have already X part of Singapore. Now once it's ready, like Terminal 5, it will be large enough now to increase the storage capacity from the current limitation. That 80% of the population of Singapore real estate. These are known as public housing, heavily subsidized by the government. The low-income group here in Singapore are regarded of people who are earning less than $3,000 or less a month. The middle income are those regarded as those earning between $3,000 to $9,000 a month. And high-income earners are those above $10,000. The high-income earners have to buy private properties or private condominiums. About 400 over 500 plus people, because those who are remaining single, they are also allowed to apply. It has no land for agriculture. It doesn't have any product or trees to bring in here, even chickens, alright, or the fishes. So that's why here our cost of living have went up, and also with a population of currently now 6 million people here on this small little island, and out of the 6 million, we have only 4 million are locals. So you'll find it. That is also one of the other reasons why Singapore had no choice but to have so many house rules. Otherwise, so the house rules are meant not only for